Sunday in D.C., what a day to bring the kids out to the yard. They're looking for a victory from their boys today. It is cloudy, it is misty, but we are ready to play baseball. 50 degrees here in Southeast D.C., wind whipping a little bit. And it looks like the rain is done for the day, so that's a good thing. Check out the Giants lineup, same as it was yesterday, a change in positions between Devers and Schmidt. Devers will be the DH today with Casey Schmidt, the first baseman. Giants now batting .253 as a team. Bats have come alive here. They went from averaging just over 3 runs a game entering this series to now 24th in the majors with 3.57 per game. PJ Poulin, the opener today, Franny. Third time the Nats have done that this season.
Yeah, third start on the year, his 13th appearance. 2-0 with 3.86 ERA. Like to see it. They're not going to change much as far as what their lineup is. Some of these righties have struggled against lefties. Not a bad way to start.
Willy Adames to lead it off, taking strike one from Poulin. So as Franny mentioned, 13th appearance for Poulin this season, tied for the most of any pitcher in Major League Baseball. He has been busy. Worked a scoreless 8th here against the Giants on Friday night. Just below the zone, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Ryan Wills with the balls and strikes in this series finale. Chris Conroy, Jen Powell, and Brennan Miller from first to third. In the air out to center. Joey Wiemer will back up on it. Still back, short of the wall. He has it. Sorry, that's Young today with Wiemer in right. So JY makes the play to start us off.
Well, nice way to start it off. Looks like it's not carrying so much out there. With James Wood at left field, Jacob Young at center, and Joey Wiemer out in right, the 3 J's. House and Abrams left side, Nunez and Mead on the right with Tabor Ruiz behind the plate. Don't trust those. Don't trust them. Those are going differently than the other ones.
Swirling. Now a left-on-left matchup for Poulin. He gets Luis Arise and fires strike one. Arise now 21 straight games against the Nationals on base. In this series, 4 for 11, 3 runs scored. Slaps one left side. Brady House has it go under his glove. And immediately an error pops up on the board, E5 on House.
Well, every time that ball hits that dirt, you charge. And he went straight across. And if he goes in with that diagonal, he doesn't get that short up. See how it goes across straight up? But once it hits that dirt, you gotta, that's your first read as a third baseman.
Nationals made 2 errors yesterday. They make 1 on the second batter of the game here today. Now Chapman fouls it back, 0-1. Blake Butera looking on from the Nationals dugout, had some comments after the game saying he was not too thrilled with some of the miscues yesterday defensively on the base paths. Bunts that were not executed.
Stuff that's going to help the Nationals win games.
Yes.
Just in general. They can't. Talent-wise, they're good, right? I mean, it's not like they're overly, they're not out-talented by a crazy amount, but they have to play a lot more perfect than they do. They can't be making mistakes. And especially multiple.
Talked about, the phraseology, winning games on the margins. Do that with adding to the floor of your roster, making sure that you've got maybe a little bit more depth in the past.
I do that for life. Win on the margins.
Win on the margins. Got to do that in game as well. Nationals had 2 outs at third base yesterday. Daylon Lyle was picked off on a back pick, and Curtis Mead didn't slide going into third. Cut down to send the game to extras. Poulin's 1-2 to Chapman. Slapped out to right. Slicing down the line, just foul. So here is Blake Butera last night after the game.
That it can't happen. It just can't happen. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. Haven't had a chance to talk about what went down there, but watching it from the dugout, like, it's just, we got to slide. We have to slide. Third base coach was in the right position. I don't know. Yeah, we'll break it down and we'll make sure this is fixed.
So that was Butera on the Curtis Mead play at third in the bottom of the ninth.
And those are facts, right? I mean, the one thing that we have learned from this entire coaching staff, they're going to address it.
Yes.
They're not afraid to talk to the guys.
Those are not empty words.
No. And they'll bring out video. Look, there's a lot of different ways that they are doing this, whether it's streaming it downstairs, putting it on a screen, rolling a screen in somewhere that you could draw on it, do things there. They're going to let guys know, and they're going to show it, because, again, this is still a part of the development part where we can't make the same mistake multiple times. And I love that. No outside sources need to tell you what to do as far as how to do it. It's just within.
Long battle now between Poulin and Chapman. The 2-2 will come after a pick over to first. Another Butera quote after the game. He said, "Every day we meet as a team and go through plays from the day before, plays that we did well, plays that we didn't do well, and then how we want to execute them as a team. I think tomorrow's meeting will just be a good bit longer than usual." And I like that too. It's not just the negatives that they address.
Oh, they love to point out, like running hard 90, right? That breaks up a double play. Multiple of those in the Cup Series, right? In that
Jacob
first
Young last night
Yes.
on the play at second base.
But on the backside of that was the other fault, right? With Jorby not running it out.
Yeah. High in the air, left side.
Stay with it, though. You never know what this wind's doing.
Alexa Dat with more on the team discussions after a night like last night.
Dan, when we met with Blake Butera this morning, I asked him, after having the night to process yesterday's game, what new thoughts came to his mind. He said nothing really new, but I'm definitely more optimistic with those teaching moments. I mean, you mentioned the fact that he was going to point out some of those learning moments to the guys, but he specifically pulls certain players to the side and say, hey, we're going to put you on the big screen, not to call you out, but to let you know that this is a teaching moment for us. So he does that and then has the big meeting, which, yes, today is going to be a little bit longer, like you pointed out. But I think overall, the fact that they do point out those good moments. He mentioned Wood scoring, hustling to get home. That's not something that maybe a couple weeks ago would have been the case, and they had talked about that. So he said he's seeing these moments that they are teaching these players show up in the game, so these meetings are actually coming through.
Thank you, Alexa. Nice play there by Nasim Nunez to cut down the lead runner. So Chapman reaches on the fielder's choice 4-6, and there's now 2 outs as Rafi Devers steps in. Fly ball left field way. Foul. That play by Nunez, one that I think most second basemen might not even try, Franny. His momentum taking him away from the second base bag.
Yeah, but you know, speed of runner, right? Like, all that matters is Luis Arraez and where he's going. He had the idea, he saw his break, and he's the other thing, confident. It's not cocky, not thinking like, oh, I can make every play. It's like, no, he knows exactly who he is.
Devers 2 for 11 in the series, 2 RBI and 2 walks. Not great contact, but able to get it over the head of Nunez out to right center. So Chapman will move up, now 2 on with 2 out, with Casey Schmidt coming to the plate.
And look at that, what that play does now. It eliminates the runner in scoring position. Luis Arraez, most likely on that, is going to score. Huge.
Tony Vitello fired up. Mentioned how they're coming out of their series against Cincinnati, their last series. Benches clearing incident. Feeling like they're playing with a little extra. They've won the first 2 games of this series. PJ Poulin gets 2 outs, will depart with 2 on. And here comes Miles Michaelis. Sunny day at the yard. Storm has made its way through. Hopefully the storm of crooked innings from this Giants offense has made its way through as well. Miles Michaelis will try and see to that. Comes into this game with 2 on here in the first. The bulk guy today.
Yeah, 30th relief appearance in his career. 5th game on the season, 15 2/3, and just look, the numbers are elevated because he is in the zone a lot. 75% first pitch strikes.
And there to Schmidt.
And you know that they're going to be aggressive. They see that number, they know that you need to get on them.
Casey Schmidt's career batting average coming into this season, 228. See what it is so far this year, 317. Having a really nice series here so far. Got in on his hands a bit, out to left. In is James Wood, and he makes the catch. So Michaelis strands 2. The house error does not bite the Nats. We're scoreless going bottom 1. I love it. A young Nats fan taking in a ball game. You could get a hot dog, you could get cotton candy, or you could just munch on that chew toy. All work. The Nationals line up in Game 3 of this series against San Francisco. Wood, Mead, House, and Abrams the top 4. Another day for Jacob Young in the number 5 spot with Joey Wiemer behind him. The bottom third, Garcia as the DH with Nunez and Ruiz. Rounding out the 9 against Robbie Ray, now 34 years of age. 12th round pick of the Nats. Back in 2010, traded to the Tigers in December of 2013, along with Steve Lombardozzi and Ian Kroll for Doug Fister.
Fifth star on the year, 2-2 with a 2.42 ERA, 22 1/3 innings. And again, you look at the strikeouts, he punches out a lot of guys because he gets ahead, stays ahead. Right, first pitch strikes at 57%, not a lot, but he just finds a way to get back in the next 2 pitches to get to 2 strikes, and he'll put you away with a pretty good mix.
Did Wood offer? Yes, he did. Brennan Miller down there at third, 1-2.
Hey, Dan, real quick.
What do you got?
It's not a chew toy. It's not a puppy out there. Just to let you know.
Well, if it's a toy and you chew on it, is it not a chew toy?
Yeah, well.
Strike 3 on the slider, and Wood is out number 1.
All right, well, here's the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud for Robbie Ray and his pitch arsenal. 4-seam fastball, good elevation on it. Likes to go into righties. See the slider, changeup, and then the knuckle curve. Give it a couple homers on the 4-seamer, a couple homers on the slider. But for the most part, it's been a pretty good pitch. 94 average on it.
Curtis Mead with 1 out. 0 for 4 in this series off the bench in both games. Got a piece of Ryan Wills, 0-2.
Oh, yeah, and he grunts. He grunts on all pitches, too. Big grunter.
2-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner with the Blue Jays in 2021.
And that angle that he creates, he has that little deception where he turns, but then he fires like he comes in. He'll let it eat up top. He'll ride away every once in a while, but he loves just to pound the zone in. He owns that mound. That's the way he looks at it.
Mead flips one out to shallow center. In is Gilbert, still in, and he makes the catch.
Let's look at the Giants defense. Pretty much the same except for the one at first base with Ramos, Gilbert, and Lee in the outfield. Good arms all the way around. Chapman and Adames on the left side. Arise, Schmidt, right? Patrick Bailey.
Brady House tied the game last night in the bottom of the 9th. It's his second RBI of the series, 1 for 7. It's an interesting look having a pitcher just start with both shoulders square to the plate.
It's kind of modified stretch these days.
This is Ray's 10th career start against the team that drafted him. 5.21 ERA in the previous 9. Last year, however, in a Giants uniform, held the Nats to just 1 run over 6 innings, did not walk a batter, and struck out 7. This is up and away, 2-2. He's gotten off to a good start to this season. We showed you the numbers through those first 4 outings. He's allowed 2 runs or fewer in all 4 and gone at least 5 innings in all 4 as well. House off the end of the bat. Schmidt will dive to the bag, and Brady avoids the tag. Ray wasn't there. Schmidt had to do it all himself, and Brady House legs out an infield single, and maybe Schmidt not feeling so good.
See what he does. He goes over there. He tries high stepping. I mean, there's nothing else he could do.
Eat some dirt? Yeah.
Yes, he did. Right in his mouth.
Ooh. Brady House earns an infield single.
That's his 6th infield hit this year.
Wow. C.J. Abrams looks at ball 1. 1 for 9 in this series. They've been careful with them. Issued an intentional pass to him in the 9th inning last night. 1 of 3 intentional walks given to Abrams or Wood late in that game. They were not going to let either of those 2 guys beat them.
Pretty smart. Hit a couple balls great yesterday too. 1 to dead center, 1 to left field.
Takes the slider, 2-0. I say we keep showing it every day. It's impressive as can be. All 6 of his homers with 2 outs. Out to center. Gilbert tearing back. He'll settle under it. And the Nats go in the first. Scoreless ball game to the 2nd on what's now a sunny day in D.C.
To Nationals.TV.
So you want to spend every day with Kevin Franzen next to you. The pros outweigh the cons, Franny.
That's what I think.
Top 2 we go. Jung-Hoo lead off for San Francisco. Brady House picks the short hop. That was coming in hot. And House at the hot corner corrals it. 1 out, top 2.
And sometimes over at third base, some days you just want the bullets at you because a little bit more, just less thinking. Just react. Great job by Brady. Great shot right here. Gets it out front. Nicely done.
Elliot Ramos having a nice series. 3 for 5 with a homer and a double last night. Overall, 4 for 9 with 2 homers and 6 driven in these 2 games. He's homerless entering the series. Giants as a team have hit 4 home runs in this set so far. Swings through the sinker. 2-1.
They're only up at 13 homers. It's crazy.
Yeah. Dialed off right side. Well, Franny, this guy shows some emotion, and Tony Vitello has been open about saying he wants that from his team.
Yeah, he doesn't want you to be subdued if you're not subdued. He's not hurting anybody on that one. That's yeah. Well. It's different. Isn't it different though when he's running fast rather than slow and doing it? I'm just saying.
Yeah, takes on an extra little something.
Well, no, it just gets it over quicker.
He He's down on strikes, and Miles Michaelis has his first K.
Nice to see, too. 95 on this one. Challenge fastball in. Good to see.
You know, seeing that 95 for Andy makes me think that I'm sure Miles Michaelis, a longtime starter in this league, if he's honest with himself, with us, which he hasn't verbally been, he probably isn't thrilled. He probably isn't thrilled that he's having to pitch with an opener and then a piggyback guy behind him. But knowing that he maybe doesn't need to go 6 innings, 7 innings on a daily basis, maybe allows him to pump that fastball up a little bit more, empty the tank, and you get 95s as a result.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Drew Gilbert with 2 down. Takes ball 2. Fastball at 95 for strike 2.
You see how Drew Gilbert, too, adjusted his helmet right after. I thought he was challenging. Seen a few of those this week. Guys, not here, but like just throughout the league, kind of adjust their head. Like, I'm not doing it. And then there's a couple that have done it and tried to play it off like they weren't doing it.
Did he lay off the curveball? Yes, he did. Count goes full. Gilbert a homer and 2 RBI in this series. Hit well out to second, past the diving Nasim Nunez. A 2-out single for the Giants center fielder.
Good effort by Nasim, and I love the fact that every time he goes after a ball, he thinks he should get it. Watch as he extends out, goes over the top, pats the ground. No! He expects it. That's hard too, right at the cut. You don't know what's going to happen, but you just go a little too high. If he goes low, who knows what happens?
Patrick Bailey behind the plate for the Giants' second straight day. Went 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts last night. He was pinch hit for in the 11th inning by Daniel Susac, their hotter hitting catcher. It's only the 8th time all season to this point that Tony Vitello has used a pinch hitter. He's rolling his veteran everyday guys out there every day.
It's awesome.
Giving them some runway.
It's awesome, and then if you're a bench guy, sorry, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That is how Matt Williams was early on in that year.
In 14.
In 14. He was used to playing every day. Like, he knew what it was as a everyday player. And in college, you're not doing, for Tony Vitello,
you're not resting guys.
You're not resting guys. You're going full bore with your best guys all the time. And so whether or not, you have platoon matchups here and there, but I'm just, it's not a whole lot.
Also wonder whether some of it is, as a college head coach turned major league manager, just deferring to guys that have been in the big leagues for a while. Saying, I'm going to trust you.
A little bit, but I also think he has a pretty good feel. His roster is built for it. It's not built for guys that are
platoon matchups and things like that. Contrasting what the Nationals are doing on a daily basis. Michaelis rocks and fires and misses up with the curveball. 3-2. Leadoff man Willy Adames waits on deck. Drew Gilbert with good speed at first will be off on the 3-2 pitch. Oh no.
Shouldn't that be?
Gilbert will advance to second. Mead was playing behind the runner. Michaelis expected him to be at the bag. That's the Nationals' second error in 2 innings today.
Oh, he's going to bounce back. Oh, no. And if it was going first or third, I would have thought because no one was occupied over there and you pick off, didn't step off the rubber, that would have been a balk. Then from there you could advance and get thrown out. That's when you get thrown out. Anyway.
And the changeup misses up. Now 2 on with 2 out. So, Franny, the protocol there for a first baseman, do you indicate either verbally or otherwise to your pitcher that you're playing behind the runner?
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, you do. Unless someone, because we don't know. Everyone has pitch comm in there, on the field, in the infield. Have they called something? You don't know.
Two on for Willy Adames now, who fouls it off. We talked about how a lot of the Nationals' errors to this point in the season haven't been mental mistakes. They haven't been lazy mistakes. They've been out of effort or just, you know, a physical miscue. That's a rare mental blip there on one side or the other. In there with the fastball to make it 0-2. Fastball past him at 93. Miles Michaelis rolls his head a little bit, but he gets through a scoreless second, keeping this game knotted at 0 as we go bottom 2.
Well, in between innings, Miles Michaelis, Curtis Mead. Those are 2 pros talking about it. Like, I see what happened. I turned over, and next thing you know, my arm went, no. That's how you hash it out. Make sure that you're on the same page. Don't let it happen again. Love it. Pros. That's what it is. Being a pro.
Didn't end up costing the Nationals in the run column. Jacob Young leading off bottom 2, takes strike 1. But now with those 2 errors in the first 2 defensive innings, the Nationals have made 22 errors on the season. Most in baseball by a 3-error margin. Young off the end of the bat, out to right center. That'll fall. So good speed aboard to start the bottom of the second.
Well, curveball down the zone, stay on it. Last year, that's a ground ball, third base, chopper. But the length in that swing allows him to stay on it just enough and throw out a knock. Yeah, that's special.
Brings up Joey Wiemer. Robbie Ray thought that changeup might have been strike 1. Ryan Will said no.
Yeah, that's because his catcher steals a lot, just in general.
Yeah, looked low by quite a bit.
0 for 1 stealing against him, 20 for 30 last year. Not a great percentage. Still a lot of bags, but not a lot. You know, 10 caught stealing, pretty good.
One and one on Wiemer, who's 1 for 4 with a run scored this series. Still batting .341 on the season. Whole right side of the infield open as they check on Young. Boy, Luis Arraez is as close to being directly behind that second base bag as you can be without actually crossing over it. Weaver takes the slider for strike 2.
Just tip.
Young getting a foothold. It's Wiemer, emergency little check swing there. Sends it into the screen.
How about that slider down and away to fastball, up and in.
Look at it rise there. They like Wiemer to pull on the infield. He takes the slider down, 2-2.
Wish we had the invisible fence there, Dan.
Shot collar.
Shot collar on him.
Well, if any part of the defender is behind any part of that second base bag, it is an illegal shift. But Arise in the clear. The 2-2 now. Fouled off.
Early on, Robbie Ray working all quadrants. How you start usually is how you want to finish. This is the time to go to that changeup.
Goes heater, blows it by him. Strikeout number 2 for the veteran left-hander.
Just let it eat fastball, top of the zone. You know, a lot of times we talk about getting on top of the fastball up, but I mean, especially with that, he has a high vert, 18, 19 that he has on it. It's about 2 balls above where that ball looks if you want to go after it.
Well, this guy can handle a high heater. Luis Garcia Jr., 2 RBI in the series, a hit and a walk.
He can handle a high heater, so expect a lot of sliders down to lay off it to get to your spot.
There's the slider for strike 1.
And a great take. It's not what you want early on. Corner shot, roll over.
Strike
Right
2.
now, it's so in between. You could just tell. Really, his foot was still up in the air when that ball crossed. Slide step, high leg kick.
Both pitches to the out of third. They go back out there and miss with the slider, 1-2. Third baseman Chapman playing in the hole left side. Young extending that lead, maybe another half step. Back to the bag on the 2-strike pitch, in there for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks now for Robbie Ray. Another case of Louis maybe in between there.
Yeah, because it's a heater, and let's be honest here, I've never seen Louis take the heater. Got a good fastball going right now.
Jacob Young in between as well. He's been moving back to the bag on every pitch to the plate. Has to dive back there on the pickoff. Nasim Nunez 0 for 7 this series. He has walked and scored.
But a good time to go, especially with Nasim up there. Right, a leadoff type guy. So if you do get thrown out at second base, you have someone you trust at home.
Ground ball back up the middle. Adames to his left. He'll flip to the second baseman Arise, who taps the bag at the last second. So the Nationals are done in the second. Both teams, no runs on 2 hits so far. Join us this Tuesday, April 21st, when the Braves are in town. Get your tickets at nationals.com/5Tuesdays. Luis Arise leading off the third. Slider up in the zone for strike 1. Michaelis 24 pitches to this point. Gone an inning and a third.
Couple strikeouts on that four-seamer. Love to see it. couple times on that curveball, you could see him afterwards. Just he left one up. The previous at bat, I think it was the Patrick Bailey. It's not a good feel for it yet.
Arise chops one over to Mead. He'll take it himself, and there's one out.
Well, it's nice to see that guy down on the bases.
That's where he's been for much of this series.
Standard.
Matt Chapman with one away. Reached on a 4-6 fielder's choice in the first. Now going to roll one over to Brady House. A throw on the run. Chapman beats it. So both third basemen with an infield single so far.
Oh, good play by Brady House. One thing I think a lot of people forget about with Matt Chapman is he could roll right there. He is fast. Always has been. Just don't see it out of the power third basemen usually, is that speed factor.
Yep.
Averages 28.3 feet per second when he runs. That's above average.
Great shot here from wire cam.
Love the angle that he creates getting around the baseball. Instead of falling towards the third base side, plays through it through the middle, right towards home.
Danger spot here for Miles Michaelis. Rafi Devers' career against him, 5 for 7 with a homer. And Devers picked up his third hit of the series last time. So you see what obviously Blake Butera and his crew were trying to do today. Go with the opener, have PJ Poulin face the top four. Once you get through Devers, it was Michaelis time. Miles ahead of him 0-2. Fastball just missing up.
You know, different thought processes on it too, right? You can go how you start, want to get through that pocket. More or less, it's about that next time through. It just, now you go to the top of the order once, maybe twice now. You can get three times through 5 through 7 or 5 through 9.
Third strikeout of the day for Michaelis, and he sets down Devers for the second out.
And again on the four-seam fastball, great spot right here. Up and in at the hands, perfect pitch. That could be a lot of takes on that one. Might be a ball.
All 3 Ks on the heater. Now Casey Schmidt. Pulled, foul left side. Mentioned that Andrew Alvarez was recalled from AAA Rochester today. Could give the Nationals some length after Mitchell Parker had to go multiple innings yesterday. The day before that, it was Paxton Schultz going 3 innings. And he was a roster casualty, optioned to Rochester after yesterday's game. Another case, as we saw with Orlando Rebalta just a couple days ago, Franny. Not a matter of a guy pitching poorly and getting sent down as a result, just how things go sometimes.
Yeah,
the roster X's and O's.
It's unfortunate, but it's fortunate that you have that spot, right? Like, you just love to have the chance in the big leagues. You proved yourself. You're Paxton Schultz.
He'll be back.
Yes, and probably rather soon, I'm sure, based on how they're going to do it. And that's, I like it. Fresh arms. Thinking ahead, thinking about matchups for your team. There's Andrew.
Impressed us last year down the stretch in his first taste of major league action.
You know, wily vet Mitchell Parker in there with him.
Out to right. Weimer back, freezes, and makes the catch. So Miles Michaelis works through that pocket. Chapman, Devers, Schmidt, and he gets another scoreless frame.
Well, 10 years ago to the day, J-Dub, number 200, into that thing? Yeah, Lobie getting in on it. We're Rendon. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Dan Coco giving you the ball. Nice job, Dan. Way to go give it to him.
That is not me.
That looks so much like you, so therefore, way to go and retrieve that. You should have kept it to see what he would give you.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I could have maybe gotten some signed memorabilia. That guy had better hair coverage than I do.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. Yeah.
Happy anniversary, J-Dub. 10 years ago today, number 200.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that miss that sculpture. They thought it was great. They
You
thought it,
sound like you're not one of them.
Well, I think you know why.
K-Bear Ruiz making a bid for an infield single, and he'll get one. Chapman couldn't handle it.
Which is like as rare of anything as that could happen.
2 infield knocks for the Nationals so far.
So, Dan, that thing was a little distracting when I was hitting. I just looked at it. Go figure.
The ADD kicked in, and
Yeah.
you couldn't,
Whoa, that's
couldn't
really
focus
cool.
on the ball.
Why is that moving? Dig. Look at Cameron get after it. Seeking one out.
Second straight inning with the leadoff man on for the Nats. They weren't able to move Young last frame. See if they can get K-Bear on the move here. James Wood back-to-back games with an opposite field homer. Added his 4th career leadoff long ball yesterday. On base 4 times in that game in total. Homer, hit by pitch, and 2 intentional passes.
Yesterday had the light blue kicks on. Now he's got the white ones. I like them. Like the shoe game he's got going.
To the edge, and James is going to challenge.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
The Nationals went all 12 innings yesterday without challenging a ball strike call. This is T-Mobile powering our ABS
It
technology.
is a strike. The Nationals have 1 challenge remaining.
And Ryan Wills was correct. One and 2 now to Wood. It was a slider that got him swinging in the first inning. Some good names on that list. The 2-2. Down and away.
I don't think they would. It just would be a mad matchup to run on at 3-2. A lot of strikeouts. We got to get some action going.
K-Bear holds. Wood fouls it off.
Really laying on fastball. He had to have been sitting slider. I mean, I would if I've seen nothing but like spin for the last week.
Yep. Slider, sweeper, slider. The 3-2. Slider down and away. He takes it for ball 4.
What maybe?
The ability not to fire off a swing on a pitch that close when that's all you've seen lately. Now 2 on with nobody out.
Especially because you know it's coming, right? Like you just could tell. And when you get it, you just got to make sure it's a strike. I mean, that's the hard part. When you guess right, when you are thinking along with the pitcher, it's hard to lay off sometimes.
Here's Curtis Mead. Chance to put the Nats on top. Takes the changeup in.
That's why I believe that umpires should not have pitch comm, right? There's been discussions about should umpires have pitch comm and know it's coming? No. I feel like if they anticipate and they get it, They're going to open that strike zone even more.
Need 5 for 19 against left-handed pitching this season. 263 average. It's only homer of the year came off a lefty. Got jammed a little bit out to left center. Back on it is Adames. He can't stab it. Ruiz got hung up between second and third. Couldn't find the baseball. And the Giants get a break.
Just bad base running right here. You extend out because there's no reason to tag on this, but look at he goes back. No reason to go back. He anticipated, he thought he caught it right here. Probably lost it within the body and then just could not get it going. You just got to continue to have your feet going.
Takes away a single from Curtis Mead, goes down as a 6-5 fielder's choice. So now 1 out for Brady House. Big grunt on a fastball, 1-1. House out to center. Gilbert back. Still back. At the wall. He comes in to make the catch. Couple balls out that way that we thought were going to leave the yard have just hit a wall. Nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's out number 2 in the third.
Well, this one, just a great swing at the top of the zone for Brady House. And Drew Gilbert goes back. He goes back fast. Hits the wall with his backside and then opens the glove. We saw it last homestand, but against the Cardinals. Luis Garcia Jr. had a ball knocked down in right center field. That ball knocked down quite a bit.
Now out to shallow left off the bat of Abrams.
Should have been a sac fly.
Nationals had first and second with nobody out. Looked like they might have the bases loaded with nobody out. Scoreless frame.
Zero score here in the top of the 4th inning. Let's check out that wind meter. We love to look at that. How would you like to play? Well, if you are at shortstop, it goes zigzag, and it goes this way, and then that way, and then oh my gosh, if it goes higher. But that is the exact thing that you're looking at. But if you get really high over the scoreboard, you have a chance. That thing's blowing way out. But you just got to hit it over the scoreboard.
So a good 250 feet vertically in the air.
Yeah, it's rare to do.
Brady House just missed a 3-run shot. Game stays scoreless as we go to the middle innings. Curveball from Michaelis lands on the inner part of the plate. 1-1 to Jung-Hoo Lee. Near the inner part of the plate. We contact out to second. Nasim Nunez to retire Lee. So the Nationals so far today 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. You go back to the last game of that Pittsburgh series in which they went 1 for 14 with RISP.
Go back one more, 0 for 6.
So the numbers that I was going to recite are that over their last 4 games they're batting 143 with runners in scoring position, but you go back one more.
133. And all hits are singles. Right before that, we know the numbers are staggeringly good. And you're going to go through these stretches, but yesterday's 4 for 19 was just not good. Not good.
1-1 on Elliot Ramos. Every at-bat, every situation is different. The starting pitcher, the game situation, all those things. Did you find in the course of your career a consistent mental approach with runners in scoring position?
No. It got better as you got older, but I think, as you knew, great job right there by Brady cutting it off. I think the older you get, the more reps you get in the whole thing. because you're still, you're learning how to hunt pitches more and more. Watch Brady, third baseman. You have one angle you take. If you get it, go with it. Run through it nicely. It's the first step right here by Brady. Good job.
Two down for Drew Gilbert. Single in the second inning made him 4 for 9 in this series.
And they went from really shifting Nasim Nunez over in that 4-hole all the way up the middle, it seems like.
Brady House getting his steps in this half inning. Couldn't pick that one off the edge of the glove. So Gilbert likely to be 2 for 2. And he is. Infield single. Second one today for the Giants.
We're going to see CJ way up the middle and Brady just getting the screen right there. He's way over. We talked about he's one of the biggest gloves over at third base. He was an outfielder's glove. Parker Meadows. As you use that feel, you see like outfielders have that same type thing happen with their glove at the end. Right call, though.
Extends the inning to the number 9 man, Patrick Bailey. Front door slider. 0-1. Back in there. 0-2 now to Bailey. He walked with 2 outs in the second inning.
Going back to your wrist thing too.
Yeah.
The 3 previous games from that, like the first 2 in the series and the last game in Milwaukee, they were 10 for 25. Like you're hitting for. So, look, you're going to go through stretches as teams. Like, they ever face good pitching, they get you. But yesterday they got out of their way. There was a lot more chase in those situations, I feel like, than we've seen. Wanting to be the guy instead of just letting it happen.
Yeah. Thinking of the Nasim Nunez situation in extras where worked himself to a 3-2 count with the bases loaded. Chased a pitch that looked up and out of the zone.
And it was. What was shocking was that it was like the pitch before was the same spot.
Nasim to the backhand. It deflects off his glove. Base hit given to Bailey. He's aboard with 2 down as well. Now 2 on for Willy Adames.
Oh, he almost just overshot it. He had such a good jump on that, he overran it a little bit as far as the slide.
Good sweeper moving away from Adames for strike 1. Boy, Blake Butera always looks, when we show those shots, unaffected.
He's stewing inside.
Yes.
But he also believes in Nasim Nunez. Every time it's hit that way, it's like every manager, every coach you go through has 1 or 2 guys on the infield like, please go to that guy right now. And I think everybody that would have a guy like Nasim Nunez would be like, please hit it there. So you think it's an out?
Adames had a really awkward swing on that 2-seamer from Michaelis last pitch. The 0-2. They miss up with the 4-seamer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adames' career against Michaelis, more at-bats than any Giants hitter. Just 6 for 29. Hanging sweeper, couldn't get to it. So Michaelis picks up his 4th K. He strands 2, and we remain scoreless in this Sunday series finale in Southeast DC. Well, it's kids opening day. So we got some mascots in town, and it's a madhouse out there in the corner. Teddy emerges unscathed for a moment. Wait, Screech is going to win the president's race? It's his birthday, but
Do any of those creep you out?
no, I'm good with the presidents and Screech. They're our guys. Can Screech win a president's race?
I didn't know Screech could bend his knees. Fair point, right?
I suppose. To the bottom of the fourth, still zeros on the board. Jacob Young singled to right center last time. Can't get to the slider. He's out number one.
Well, calling all deadheads, Nationals Park is getting a Grateful Dead takeover on Friday, May 1st. Watch the Nats take on the Brewers and get an exclusive Nats Grateful Dead hoodie. Get a special ticket by trucking over to nationals.com/special.
Joey Wiemer will bat with one down against Ray. Robbie Ray now in his 13th Major League season. Played for 5 different teams. Broke into the big leagues with Detroit after the Nationals sent him to the Tigers. 9 appearances for them in 2014 in his first taste of the big leagues. Then 6 years with Arizona.
Yeah, I played with him in Reno while last year playing. He was a pup. He's all grown up now. Didn't grunt that hard.
2-1 on Wiemer. The strikeout total in that Cy Young year in 2021, crazy high. 248 Ks in 193 and a third innings. Led the league in that category as Joey Wiemer sends one in the air down the left field line. Hooking foul.
Did you see Ramos? Very animated. He's like pushing it foul. He's taking credit for
Yeah,
it.
he is.
I like it. I don't mind it.
Talking to Drew Gilbert saying, you see what I did? Saved us a run. You get to know him at all?
I knew he was a kid.
He this much energy back
Yep.
then?
Yep.
The 2-2 now to Wiemer. Die him. 2 strikeouts of Wiemer for Robbie Ray today, both on the fastball.
Well, good sliders set up this fastball up. I even take that even further. I think it's the more or less the curveball down to start him. Where your eyes are down there quite a bit. Slide in, and then let it eat up and in.
Garcia opens up and hits the slider foul. 5 strikeouts now for Ray on the afternoon. And Garcia, a softly hit fly ball to left. Both working well here today. We go to the 5th. Haven't had many of these so far this season. Scoreless game going to the 5th. Miles Michaelis has gone 3 1/3 after the opener Poulin got us going. Curveball hit out to shallow center by Arise. C.J. Abrams. So Miles Michaelis getting 1 out on 1 pitch here. Franny, what do you like from the veteran righty so far today?
I like his attack on these hitters, getting ahead, staying ahead, and not shying away from that fastball. I think sometimes he just gets a little cute with it, right? He's got a good curveball at times and a change up, and just sometimes you got to let it eat what you have. Go against the grain. He's done just that today and put him in great spots.
Bases Chapman with 1 out. Line foul. Talked to Miles a couple days ago and said, you know, you've gotten into some 2-strike counts. You haven't been able to get a lot of put away.
Hang on a second. Was this a truthful talk?
This was a truthful talk.
Okay.
He said he feels like sequencing has been part of the problem once he gets to 2 strikes, not being able to set guys down. He also said part of it is he feels like he's just thrown too many pitches over the heart of the plate in 2-strike counts. He hasn't been allowing himself to get chase out of the zone. You get there, the race to 2 strikes, we always hear about that. He's winning the race to 2 strikes, but then he's just giving hitters too many hittable pitches once he gets there. It's ahead of Chapman, 0-2 here. And a good 2-strike offering. 2-seamer just misses.
And hitters know it, right? Hitters know it as a group. You talk about it, you're like, look, it doesn't matter if he gets 2 strikes, we got him still. And right now, the Giants, I don't believe, have that conversation going in the dugout. Previous games, I would say yes, because the miss was middle. It was a lot of the plate, and so you stay confident as a group. You're like, who cares if you get to 2? And he's going to get to 2 because he's a strike thrower.
Yes. From 0-2 to 2-2 here. And weak contact out to short. Abrams will come get it, stayed down on it, and throws out Chapman. And Blake Butera quickly going to make his way up the dugout steps, and he will not apparently allow Miles Mikolas to face Rafi Devers yet again.
He hasn't called him yet. Does he have the conversation here? Does he allow Miles Mikolas to have the conversation?
We haven't seen him do that yet.
Okay.
And he's going to take the ball from his 37-year-old righty. Andrew Alvarez on the way for his first big league appearance of 2026. Still scoreless in the 5th. Miles Mikolas far and away his best start as a National. And Franny, he got a nice ovation from the fans when he came off.
I tip my cap with a stash like that too.
Gentleman Miles.
High fives, everybody.
4 shutty from Miles Mikolas today. Allowed 4 hits and 1 walk, struck out 4. And now with 2 down and nobody on in the 5th, it'll be Andrew Alvarez, the 26-year-old lefty. Welcome back to the big leagues, Andrew. Go get Rafi Devers.
Out of the pen, which you haven't been doing.
Yep.
Well, he's got a decent sinker, but it's all about the spin for him.
Challenging the ball call.
Keibert Ruiz challenging that sinker near the top of the zone.
They're going to be out, aren't they?
It is a ball. The Nationals have no challenges remaining.
Not ideal. Keibert Ruiz looks stunned.
Less than a
1/10 of an inch.
Yep.
So 1-0 to Devers, who flies one out to left. James Wood has room, and Andrew Alvarez does the job. From Poulin to Mikolas to Alvarez, Nats pitchers keeping the Giants scoreless through 5. They're waiting for some runs. Scoreless game here to the home half of the 5th. What do you got there? Hot dog? Nachos?
I think a thumb.
Not a chew toy, though.
Nope. It is not chew toy. Good, nice learning. You learn.
You can tell one of us here in the booth has children.
Yes.
One of us does not yet.
One has a puppy. Shout out to Pablo.
Thank you. Little pitch comm issue here as we start the bottom of the 5th. Patrick Bailey needing some assistance.
Is that the first or second one in the series? That's only. I feel like it's been so little.
Yeah, they've been better.
Way better.
It's kids' opening day today. Saw some face paint on one of the young ones. Balloon animals? Get that balloon animal person up here to the booth.
Don't tempt him. It's a good time there, Dan.
The baseball skirt, I love it. It's turned into a nice day for a game.
A little chilly.
A little brisk, wind is whipping.
But it is sunny.
And it is dry. Nasim Nunez leading off the home half of the 5th. Ruiz and Wood behind him. And a bunt drop down by Nasim. That's a beauty. Into no man's land on the right side of the infield, and Nasim Nunez aboard leading off. That was done to perfection.
I almost said it, so I will not take credit for it. I didn't call it. But I said that right side, Casey Schmidt was pushed off the line quite a bit. All you have to do is get it past the pitcher where Robbie Ray falls off that third base side, and the only one you have to beat is the first baseman in the bag. Great job by Nasim. Second bunt hit of the year.
Third time today the Nationals have had the leadoff man on. Keibert Ruiz swinging first pitch and fouling it off. A lot of first pitch swings for Keibert the last week or so. Infield single last time. Getting that batting averaged north of the Mendoza line. Robbie Ray, first trade of his career was the Nats to the Tigers. He's now been, over the course of his career, traded 4 times. Most recently from the Mariners to the Giants in January of 2024.
Well, if you're a team that's out of it, I mean, he is a very liked commodity by people. Get a lot of swing and miss, a lot of big innings. Lefty.
Made his second All-Star team last year for the Giants. And now in the last year of a 5-year, $115 million deal. Keep pitching like this, even at 34. He will earn himself another high-dollar deal this winter.
Oh, yeah. 2-3 years for sure. Because the one thing, he used to have more velocity, right? He's kind of hovered right around here where, 94-ish, 95-ish.
Runner goes from first. Nunez hangs on for dear life, and he's got his 8th stolen base of the season, into scoring position with nobody out.
Great job by Nasim picking up on the move by Robbie Ray. Patrick Bailey throwing runners out like he used to. Now 2 for 16.
See him hooking that bag there and spinning around it.
Guys that have the sliding mitt can't do that.
And count leverage now for Ruiz, who takes strike 2. With Nasim's speed, anything right side you would think would allow him the chance to move to third with just 1 out. The 3-2 hit out to left, and well, Ramos back into the gap, a dive, it's on the grounds. Nasim Nunez spots it, he's rounding third and headed to the plate. Throw on the way, not picked by Bailey, and the Nationals have the lead. The throw beat him, Bailey couldn't grab it. And Keibert Ruiz, an RBI double to make it 1-0 in the 5th.
Really aggressive send by Victor Esteves pays off, but people are going to wonder, why is Nasim tagging up? Nobody out, you go back for this reason alone. You're trying to get to third. That's all that matters. Get to third. He dives, it comes out of his glove, and the speed of Nasim Nunez forces the issue, and right in the pocket of Patrick Bailey. That was a long hop. Very fortunate.
Now James Wood, a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Arise will take it. So Wood retired for the first out, but Ruiz advancing to third. Chance for a multi-run inning now for Washington.
Let's watch Nas run right there. Put your head down, take a look, see your coach. The one thing that I will nitpick on compared to what we have seen, that was the widest turn that we have seen from any of the base runners over the last few weeks. Right, something they really concentrated on. Victor Esteves, Corey Ray, when they round third, dip that shoulder, make sure that they're just outside that cut.
Infield in for the Giants as Curtis Mead elevates one to left. It's out of here. Curtis Mead, second homer of the year. And on one pitch, he brings in two and makes it 3-0 Washington.
Well, Curtis Mead should have 2 knocks. And he gets a changeup, elevate to celebrate. He destroyed this ball. 110. It was a no-doubter. Get him in. And yourself.
So 3 hits for the Nats in this inning off Ray, 2 of them for extra bases. And Curtis Mead, after that base running miscue last night, giving his team a crooked number here in the 5th.
And in my world, Dan, that is a 3 for 3 runners in scoring position. It's James Wood getting him in. Or getting him over, sorry. It goes down as a negative stat, but if you're watching the game, you're going, he did his job. Great job by Curtis. Finish it off.
5th home run of the season surrendered by Ray. Gave up 2 in his last start. And now behind Brady House, 3-1. The ERA for Ray entering the game was 2.42. His FIP, however, fielding independent pitching, nearly double that. And his expected ERA was 4.42. Nats have gotten to him here in the bottom of the 5th.
Changeup that usually fades, and it just cuts right over that path. Look at how compact that swing was. Whew.
House fouls it off right side, 3-2.
Elliot Ramos had no time to tell that one to go foul.
It was out of here too quick. Ball was smoked. Angry fastball there by Robbie Ray. And he has the second out, bottom 5. Sixth strikeout on the day for the left-hander. It brings up C.J. Abrams.
That was their first extra base hit with runners in scoring position in almost 90 plate appearances.
Working Ray in the run column here, working him in the pitch count column as well. One and one to CJ. Couple of flyouts off his bat today. One and two. Trying to flip the script here at home. The Nationals just 1 win in their first 8 home games. Abrams, little looper out to left, Ramos in, and he has it. But the Nats get 3. Curtis Mead, a big swing.
Yeah, the second one of the season for Curtis Mead. Changeup in, 110 off the bat, and 3-0 ball game. High fives all around. Curtis Mead with a great swing. Great team effort right there. Go to the 5th.
Robbie Ray came into the game not having allowed more than 2 runs in a start to this point in the season. The Nationals get 3 in the 5th inning alone, and they take a 3-0 lead to the top of the 6th. Andrew Alvarez got Rafael Devers to end the 5th. He stays out there. And Franny, we now get an extended look at a guy that's been racking up the strikeouts at AAA Rochester. 4 starts there. This one's pulled fair down the line off the bat of Schmidt. That'll hit off the sidewall and sit softly. So Casey Schmidt, a leadoff double here, top 6. Alvarez's numbers in those 4 starts at Rochester, 2-0 with a 4.66, but opponents batting just 183 against him, and 27 Ks in 19 1/3.
Well, doing it with a lot of curveballs. Curveball slider change along with the fastballs.
Jung-Hoo Lee fouls one off, 0-1.
Well, they are 19 1/3 inning, 27 strikeouts. Love to see the 10 walks. That's it.
Last 3 starts, the strikeouts even more prominent. 15 1/3 innings over those 3 outings, 25 Ks. He was the Nationals' 2023 Minor League Pitcher of the Year and debuted in the big leagues last season. Gets Jung-Hoo Lee swinging. Tag applied by Ruiz, and a good curveball for the first out.
Well, the stuff you got from him, 43% whiff rates on the slider, 44% on this pitch, 33% on his changeup. Kick save and a butte there for Kabert.
Big with the strikeout to prevent Schmidt from advancing. This one foul wide of first off the bat of Elliot Ramos.
We saw him come in here last year and have some great outings just by really just almost throwing all spin.
Ramos awaits the 0-2. Big curveball. Again foul.
24 of his strikeouts down there in Rochester. Well, technically up there in Rochester, but down on the farm. 24 of them were by his curveball and slider.
Made a heck of an impression in his big league debut. 5 scoreless innings with just 1 hit allowed against the Marlins. Backdoors the curveball, and he has back-to-back Ks. Got Ramos swinging, or rather Lee swinging. Now Ramos looking.
Just a hammer. I mean, like, it's a big curveball. Easy to give up on. Off the plate away, brings it back. Nice job by Kabert, keep it in a strike. Love it.
Nationals didn't ask him to go deep into games last September after he debuted. Only went over 5 innings once in those 5 outings. But also only allowed more than 2 runs in a start once. 2-seamer to even the count, 1-1 to Drew Gilbert. Pair of singles for the center fielder today. Now behind 1-2.
Nice job. Good fan right there. Our guys normally, Kruk and Kaib, they've taught them well. Hand it off to the kids.
Yep.
Now the little guy's going to take it away from the sister. Way to go.
That's to be expected, I guess, right?
Hey, I'll give you this hot dog you hold if I get the ball there. Okay. Oh, nice big brother though. Gives it back. Just don't throw that back to the field. We've seen that a few times.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit older than the threshold for those who might do that. Abrams back of the second base bag. A long throw and a good one to get Gilbert. So Alvarez works around the leadoff double. Keeps the Nats on top 3-0. Bring your pup to the park Tuesday, May 5th, as the Nats take on the Twins. All proceeds from special ticket sales will be donated to the Humane Rescue Alliance. Save a seat for you and your best friend by heading to nationals.com/specials. Good look from our RF cam there as Jacob Young gets ready to step in. Robbie Ray still on the mound for San Francisco. If it's Kids opening day and the Nationals win today, does that mean they're just 1-0 on the season? I ask the important questions. Let's check with our stats service.
Find out tomorrow.
Young to be followed by Weimer and Garcia here, bottom 6. Nicely done by Andrew Alvarez to keep the Giants scoreless after that leadoff double. Elliot Ramos will drift to this high fly ball and snag it for the first out. Take a look at our schedule coming up the rest of this homestand. So the Giants make their way out after this ball game, and the Braves come into town. The first place Atlanta Braves, who are playing great ball. 4-game series against them here at home. And then to Chicago and New York. Face the White Sox and the struggling Mets. Curveball in there to make it strike one to Joey Weimer.
The last 2 times, just starting to see him throw the curveball in there, flip it in there for a strike. Reynaldo Lopez versus Jake Irvin tomorrow. Bryce Elder and Foster Griffin. Game 2. Yeah, they're playing well. What, plus 53 run differential, I think it is.
Weimer fouls it off. 1-2. Able to check, yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I like Chris Conroy. Just a little nice and easy, no show. Just I'm out there.
No swing.
No swing. But he did it early. No, he didn't. I don't know how he didn't. He moves so much.
Shoots it past Schmidt over at first. Weimer going to turn for 2, challenging the arm of Lee, and he's in there ahead of the throw. So Joey Weimer, after 2 first at-bats against Ray, where he looked a little rough, able to shoot one down the line for a 1-out double.
Well, that's getting beat in and being so strong. Look how deep that is on him. Great job by Joey. And then thinking to right out of the box, barely getting off onto the grass, cutting off a ton of time there.
What do we got there?
They've been doing that for a while. I'm gonna let you name it.
Peacock. Peacocking. So Weimer 1 for 3. Luis Garcia Jr. looking for his first hit of the day.
One out here in the 6th. They're finally going to get someone starting to throw in their pen.
Gotten good length from all 3 starting pitchers in this series.
Robbie not like that Joey was just bouncing there. Maybe he had something to him. Maybe not.
Type of guy that could just be bouncing around because.
I think so.
Bouncing there as Garcia looks at the slider away. Right-hander Keaton Wynn warming for San Francisco. Have not seen him yet this series. Count goes even.
Sometimes you do stuff out there and you bounce around just to see if that pitcher notices you. Maybe get in his head a little bit.
Garcia spoils the fastball. Robbie Ray maybe emptying the tank here.
Yeah, but it's just crazy to see guys do that so blatantly now at second base, just in general.
Times have changed a little bit.
A lot. Used to be taken care of just in different ways, and
that demonstrative, maybe you wear one next time. Big hop from Weimer ahead of a 2-2. Up and in. And Garcia swings through it for strike 3. Little lookout from Garcia to the base runner Weimer after that swing.
He bounced up on that one.
Maybe
Last time he did that was a slider.
Yeah. Might not have been what Louis was expecting. Now 2 down with Weimer at second. Nasim Nunez swings at the first one and flies it to right. So the Nats will strand a runner in scoring position. They lead 3-0 to the late innings.
Welcome back. Nationals up 3-0 as Andrew Alvarez back out there for more work. We asked him how he found out he was being recalled earlier today. He said, well, last night I was asleep on the couch around 8:30 and I got the call from Matt LeCroy. He woke up at 2:30 this morning for a 5 a.m. flight, had a quick nap, and he said, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to go. It means everything for me to be able to be here and help contribute to this team. My kill percentage has been high, so I'm trying to get ahead of guys and put them away. That's what I've been working on. It's still not where I want to be, especially with certain pitches that I've gotten beaten on, but he's working on being more consistent with his stuff and his emotions and creating a strong game plan. He mentioned now that they are traveling with portable mounds and the water bags all down at the minor league level, he said that consistency at the major league and minor league levels has really been important for his development. Dan?
Thank you, Alexa. A lot of good stuff there, but my main takeaway is that Andrew Alvarez goes to bed early. 8:30 and he was asleep.
That was your takeaway?
Yeah.
I took away, like, get a bed, dude, not a couch. You could have started a game.
Throw up the line from Abrams, the tag applied by Meade, and Patrick Bailey's the first out top 7. That has been a priority for this Nationals organization, Franny, making sure that everything possible, at least, at AAA Rochester is identical to how it is here in the major leagues, to just aid that transition process for guys getting called up.
A lot of organizations have been doing that, trying to transition that. It's like, why should it be completely different when you get to the big leagues? Which I totally agree. A couple of years ago, Major League Baseball helped out by putting the baseballs in AAA. Didn't help with numbers for pitchers, but getting acclimated to the ball a lot earlier.
So for those who might not know, it used to be Major League Baseball games were played with Major League Baseballs, and at the minor league level, they had an entirely different baseball.
Seams are raised. Like high school ball, I mean, you go back and you feel all those things. You're like, geez, it's like cheating.
You understand in Japan having a different baseball. It's a different country, different production lines, all those things.
No way.
But not having the same baseball at AAA in the major leagues seems,
counterintuitive.
Little counterintuitive, a little flawed. So good that they fixed that, and helping guys like Alvarez and so many others feel comfortable when they make it back to the major leagues. But all of these things, from the traject machine at AAA for the hitters now to all of the stuff for the pitchers, just make them feel like big leaguers first of all, even when they're at AAA, and then help them feel even more comfortable when they get here.
Yeah. Plus meals being a little bit better too. I mean, that's the big part. Like nutrition. Don't have the steak of AAA anymore of peanut butter and jelly.
Was there a significant drop-off when you were playing in terms of food from the big leagues to AAA? Slightly?
Damn.
Just wanted to rile you up. Alvarez is 3-2 to Adames. Swung on and missed.
You ever had Kraft mac and cheese that was draft mac and cheese? You know, the knockoff version of it. Beauty on the curveball again.
Three strikeouts for Adames today.
That little downer that he has, it feels like it picks up speed on most of them, right? Like just the overall spin that he has on it. And then that one just kind of like pulls back like a changeup. He changes speeds on it nicely.
So Alvarez 3 strikeouts, all 3 on those breaking balls that Franny was talking about. The curveball for the first 2, and the slider to get Adames. And now he's ahead of Luis Arraez 0-2.
I will say, in San Jose, when we had our A-ball team for the Giants, I mean, they had one of the best barbecue joints down the left field line. We got the scraps. It was amazing. It was awesome.
For free, or did you have to pay?
Yeah, it was free. I mean,
right.
not many people would eat it there. You ever seen Great Outdoors in the old 96er? It was all the gristle and fat. That's what we had.
When you're making how much a month, you'll take it.
It was a lot. We made a ton in there. It was like 220, 250 every 2 weeks. I think it was something like that. It was like maybe
$500 a month, something like that. That's crazy. The 1-2 out to short. House gives way to Abrams. Long throw, and he gets a rise. Andrew Alvarez has retired 6 in a row. Allowed just 1 hit since entering. We stretch at Nats Park.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Kids having fun at the yard today. Their team leads 3-0. Looking for just their 2nd home win this season and trying to salvage one of this 3-game series with San Francisco. So Robbie Ray done after 6 innings. Allows 3 runs on 7 hits, walked 1, struck out 7, and gave up a homer. And he gives way now to Keaton Wynn for the 7th.
Yeah, in his 10th game of the year, 3 holds, 3.24 ERA, nasty stuff. As you see, the 36% strikeout rate, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks, a lot of splits, 54% whiff rate on that split that he has this year. 61% throwing it. And again, we've seen the difference in Pens, right? I mean, a lot of swing and miss throughout the entire bullpen for the San Francisco Giants.
Giants bullpen as a whole has a 3.64 ERA.
Same for us?
Slightly higher.
Okay.
They've only given up 2 earned runs in their last 5 games, and they held the Nationals in check in extras yesterday. Keibert Ruiz will lead off against Wynn here, bottom 7. James Wood and Curtis Mead to follow. So good production throughout the order today.
It's a good box, though. Have we had that the whole time?
Haven't seen it much. I like it, guys.
Yeah.
Big thanks to everybody in our production crew here early this morning, getting you some day baseball in this series finale. Thank you, gang.
Yeah, I was going to thank us for being here. That's good.
Who we got out there? Can't see behind the umbrella. Zerby on the right. Jim Novosel on the left. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody. All right, that's enough FaceTime for them.
Oh no, you can throw Jim on there all
get
day
behind
long. Oh no, look at me, guys.
Birdie. Yeah.
Look at Birdie. Look at me, guys. Hey, I want to be in.
How many of our camera operators have those gigantic beards and that jovial demeanor? They're all the same. Keibert goes down to get one and drives it out to right. Hooking foul down the line.
Lee just felt disrespected.
Well, he was gone for the first homestand, so he doesn't count.
There's Jake.
Running our wire cam, doing a great job. There's Lee. Part-timer. Ruiz playable this time out to left. Ramos in for the first out. So the Giants hoping for a comeback win, trying to head home on a winning road trip despite some bumpy going to start this three-city trip for them.
It was a
from
9-gamer, huh?
Baltimore to Cincinnati to D.C.
Just your average trip.
Yeah.
The triangle. That was our, used to be San Francisco, Colorado, Oakland trip.
That's fun. James Wood fouls it off. They've been going streaking this season, Franny. They lost their first 3 to begin the year.
They wear their green hats?
Up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Yep.
Lost 3, then won 3 of 4, then lost 4, then won 3 in a row, then lost 4 in a row. Now they've won 3 consecutive games. So Tony Vitello's only consistent component with this team in terms of the wins and losses has been the inconsistency. Fastball dotted down and away, 1-2 to Wood. Snoop-a-loop.
Yeah, that I was about to say that fastball down at the knees that he got called a strike set up disaster. That split he wants to go to, and if your eyes are down there, look at how much bite there is at 90. I mean, that thing just takes off. Bottom falls out. You kind of understand the 54% whiff rate.
Yeah, you see it. 2 down now for Curtis Mead. Biggest swing of the day came from him. Took the first pitch he saw from Robbie Ray in the 5th into the left field bleachers for a 2-run bomb. His 7th career Major League homer for Mead. Native of Adelaide, Australia. I think we got to figure out we know how they say hello there with the good day. What's goodbye? What's like maybe I need a Curtis Mead Australian themed home run call.
I think it's more with their goodbyes are flipping you off. You can't do that.
Let's look at it again and figure it out on the fly.
I just love the fact that it's a short stride that he has, that he's made that adjustment to get to. Let him get down, ID that it was a changeup, and just keep his hands inside, not hook around it, stay inside it, through it, and deliver. Robbie Ray can't even say he made too many mistakes all day, and that was one of the first. And mistakes for me are really the side of plate that you're trying to go on, right? Like that. He was trying to go away with the changeup, pulled across. Didn't seem like he did that too many times.
Mead awaits another 2-2. That's fair down to third for Chapman. And the Nats go 1-2-3 in the 7th. They still lead 3-0 to the 8th. Thank all of you for tuning in all season long and watching today as the Nationals try and salvage the last game of this 3-game set. They take a 3-0 lead to the 8th, and Andrew Alvarez still out there with nobody warming in the Nationals bullpen. Franny, I said aloud to you inning ago, I wondered whether they would leave him through Rafi Devers, who's due to bat second in this inning, and then maybe dial up a righty for Casey Schmidt, but
What did I tell you?
you said I'd stay with him.
I'd stay with him. The other thing too, I mean, they got him on his day of pitching.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to go by the playbook of it, but like because of the Curtis Mead 2-run homer, you pull that up to a 3-0 lead. It allows you that opportunity right now.
Little wiggle room.
Little bit. It allows you to rest those guys out there and think about them.
Yeah, this
Except for PJ. PJ, no, he threw.
yes does work out well with Andrew Alvarez being on his normal turn. Left side, slowly hit. Abrams charges, throws, Mead tags, but maybe tag not applied, or maybe Chapman beat him. Safe is the call at first. Nationals are looking in their dugout, and we will play on.
Unfortunate, because he had a great chance right there. Made a great play, great angle. Played through it nicely, didn't take.
They give CJ an E6 on the throw. It's the Nationals' third error of the game.
His third of the year, second throwing. What, 21 errors last year, 17 of them throwing, I think it was. But that, I mean, that wasn't careless. It's just, we've talked about it today when Matt Chapman had his infield hit earlier.
Yeah.
Didn't get down that line.
Put pressure on you. So leadoff man on for the Giants. Now here's Devers, who's 1 for 3. Ball blocked by Ruiz, kind of paddled it down.
I think about the play that ended the 7th inning where it just was slightly to CJ's right, where he stays back on it like he should. But that's the one that last year, a lot of times he didn't get his feet set right and balls would take off on him and just threw perfect strike. Right, things that he has corrected.
Devers the opposite way. That'll fall for a hit. So 2 straight have reached now, leading off the 8th, and the tying run going to come into the batter's box in Casey Schmidt. And let's watch the Nats bullpen now and see if somebody starts getting loose.
Doubt it. I just feel like if you were to have somebody get loose right now, you would have had him getting loose in between innings. Just to start.
Schmidt a sword on the curveball. 0-1. Ground ball out to short. Could be 2. Abrams to Nunez. On to first. Held by Mead for the double play. 6-4-3 and a big one. 2 down in the 8th.
Oh, good job right here. Tack it for CJ. A great feed right into the chest of Nasim Nunez. And you see what I'm saying about Nasim? Comes straight over the top. And so often you get that. Look at the carry on it. The problem that you're going to run into at times is you're going to handcuff your first baseman because I'm not used to a guy having a cannon like that.
Well, it's interesting, Franny. I was talking to Luis Garcia Jr. the other day about how he feels over there at first after getting a few weeks there playing, a good bit. Career shortstop coming up through the minors, then moved over to second. He said the hardest thing for him has been that each infielder has different movement on their throws. He said CJ's got a little cut on his. Nasim has that ride, that carry that you talk about.
SB had the best of it all, right? Like that's the one where just risks you every time. You're like, damn.
He said Brady House, you never know how it's going to come over from the third base spot out of his arm. So different infielders, that's something that, you don't play, you don't think about that sort of thing from my vantage point. But what a first baseman has to deal with. They're going to pinch hit for Jung-Hoo Lee. This is Gerard Encarnacion. Looking at strike 1.
It's a large human.
Dials it back, 0-2.
6'4", 265.
Yes, large.
Iowana, Dominican Republic.
Swing
Swing and a miss. Alvarez gets the job done in the 8th. The Nationals stick with him, and he delivers. It'll be a 3-run advantage at a minimum for the Nats as they try and add on before the 9th.
Well, Andrew Alvarez, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Banger. Strikeouts, swinging, looking, swinging and flailing, and really off balance. It has all been about that curveball today, and has been all year. Him, that, and the slider. And a great job so far. Does he get the 9th to finish off his save?
Well, if our eyes tell us anything,
It could be lying.
it looks like he might get the 9th. Bullpen is empty right now. Brady House will lead off for the Nats in the 8th as they try and add on. Andrew Alvarez at the minor league level picked up 2 saves early in his career. 5 starts last year for the Nationals, his only big league action prior to today. He's been a full-time starter even in the minors since 2024.
Yep, he's still in.
Knuckling out there. Gilbert went over to the gap and then slammed on the brakes. Look at it's going this way, that way, that way, this way.
We'll get a good vantage point of this one. Watch. Over, in, out, back, up, over. Yeah, hey, he could be a DB right there. Combine was last month? Draft this week?
Yeah.
He's in.
Well handled by him. Now Abrams. CJ just 1 for 12 in this series. Hit a bunch of balls hard.
Some just barely off the barrel, like off the sweet spot.
This one not deep out to left. Ramos for the second out.
Well, join us in the galaxy not so far away on Saturday, May 2nd for Star Wars Day at Nationals Park. The Nats will battle the Milwaukee Brewers in a galactic game. Plus, fans will receive an exclusive Grogu bobblehead. Head over to nationals.com/promos.
I love it. Look at those cheeks. Great seeing so many kids all over the yard. Paul Taboni made that point, Franny, at his introductory press conference.
Yep.
A guy that grew up going to games, Giants games actually, said, I want to make this a place that families want to come to.
Yep.
Bring their kids, turn it into a generational thing. And I know that for Jason Sinaraja, the Nationals' new president of business operations, that's been a focus as well. Not that this place hasn't been family friendly in the past. Nats have always done a good job of that, but
Focus.
finding ways to entice parents to bring their kids. Young out to left center. That looks good until Gilbert gets over into his slide. What a half inning for him out there. So it'll be a 3-run lead as Andrew Alvarez tries to close it out. To the 9th inning we go. The Nationals a 3-run lead, and Andrew Alvarez in just his 6th major league appearance looking for his first save.
Those eyes on Screech out there didn't scare you?
I'm locked in, so is Andrew. First pitch high to Elliot Ramos. Guy who's had a big series but been quiet today. 0 for 3 with a couple Ks.
This is his inning no matter what, just based on if you were to think about having somebody, he would be up right now.
Yeah.
why would you go a different route? I mean, right now, what he's shown, fantastic so far.
This is in with the four-seamer, 2-1. Swing and a miss.
And just those, I mean, a great spot on that one right before that, right in. Elliot Ramos took it. Get that fastball away. Now where do you go, right? I mean, there's so many different spots that he can go into this. He can carry another fastball if he wants right at the hands. Go back to the banger. Go to the curveball.
Goes to the yacker, and it's fouled off. Left that one up a little bit. Gilbert on deck. Patrick Bailey due to bat third. You would imagine they might pinch hit for him.
Good. Another good four-seamer in.
We learned last year, Franny, Andrew Alvarez, not a guy who's shaken by much. He's a California kid. Ramos able to check his swing. Played collegiately at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Just kind of easy-going guy. But I would not be surprised if that heart is pumping a little quicker right now. Fires a 3-2 to Ramos. Hit out to right center. Chasing after it is Weimer. He'll have to play it off the wall. Quickly gets it in towards second. What a throw. Wow. And Ramos in with a head-first dive. Joey Weimer did all he could do, but it's a leadoff double for Ramos in the ninth.
Well, four-seamer down in the zone, 108. You know it's coming because, again, he's not wanting to put you on base there. And look at Joey, just flat-footed. What a throw. Great job by CJ. Stay on it. But, I mean, how many times have you seen a ball off the wall there just die like it did and the guy get off a great throw and make it close like that?
Yeah.
Very rare.
Drew Gilbert 2 for 3 today. Got in on his hands and a pop-up back of second. Abrams squeezes it, and there's one out. The Nationals are one of just 5 teams since 1969 to have 8 or more road wins in their first 21 games and only 1 or fewer home wins. So much of their success early on this season away from Nats Park. Now looking for their second win in this yard, and it will be Daniel Susac to pinch hit for Patrick Bailey.
Free Malvisit right here to go out there. Have the conversations. Lefties so far haven't really figured it out against him. He's 6 for 10.
See the big hole right side of the infield. Curveball in the dirt, 1-0. In there to even the count, 1-1. I want to correct myself. Andrew Alvarez not in line for the save. He's in line for the win. Nationals scored in the bottom of the 5th. He came in to get the last out, top 5. Down the right field line, foul. And it's 1-2 to Susac. Alvarez already with 1 major league victory.
Yeah, on the same page right there.
Yeah. But the Nationals dialed this up today exactly as planned. The opener, P.J. Poulin. Miles Michaelis, his best outing as a Nat. 4 scoreless innings. And then Andrew Alvarez, the piggyback guy. Curtis Mead, the big swing, the 2-run homer. Curveball in there for strike 3. Susac couldn't pull the trigger. And there's 2 down in the 9th.
5th K so far from Andrew Alvarez, all 5 on the curveball. Look at the drop on that, beautiful.
Top of the order, Willy Adames.
No challenge.
Yep, no challenges remaining for the Nats.
For 33 this year on challenges as a whole.
Curveball stays up and away, 2-0. Adames, 3 Ks today. And Alvarez hang the golden sombrero on him. 2-1.
Guys like Willy Adames are so dangerous because they're like 3 strikeouts, whatever. Taking that cut, like, I don't care.
Short
right?
memory.
Like, yes, it's impressive.
Out to short. Abrams will gather. Throw out Adames. And the Nationals take the series finale. 3-1 here this afternoon. 3 runs in the 5th. The Curtis Mead 2-run bomb, the big blast. And a nice bounce back performance after a 12-inning loss last night that Franny was a bit of a gut punch. The Nationals yet again resilient in picking up their 2nd home win of the year.
Yeah, Curtis Mead, great adjustment made today. He did not throw that ball into the stands. Didn't know if it was anything right there. Flipped that one to Andrew Alvarez. Nicely done. But you look at this total team effort that they had for P.J. Poulin and Miles Michaelis. Miles Michaelis, to me, is the story. Andrew Alvarez gets the win. Miles Michaelis needed to have this, right? The Nats needed to see the outing they got from Miles Michaelis. A great job by him in his best outing as a Nat. Andrew Alvarez, fantastic. But Curtis Mead, how about that inning? How it played out? You get a leadoff double, you get him over, or get him in with the homer. I mean, there's a lot of good things. Nasim Nunez with great base running all the way through. But too many times this year, they've won despite making 3 or more errors or more, base running blunders on the whole thing. And that's the correctable stuff. And it's a good thing that they get the win because you're going, there should have been more in this series.
Yeah. Feels like it could have been a series victory. Instead, the Nats will settle for 1 of this 3-game set. And down with Alexa Dat, the big guy offensively today, Curtis Mead.
1 swing of the bat from Curtis Mead, and you get a 2-run home run. Why was that changeup your pitch in that sequence?
Yeah, no, it was just kind of looking for something up, out over the plate, to hit something in the air and score a run, and just kind of got lucky that I scored myself too.
You salvaged the finale of the series here against the San Francisco Giants. We knew it was going to be a tough one coming in. What does this win mean to this team?
Yeah, it's special. I mean, last night obviously sucked, so it was kind of cool to come out today and get it done. The pitchers did an awesome job.